Okay, so the wall behind you is one of the many walls in this building that is covered with planning notes, this massive project that we're doing, 66 books. And this is an idea that started 3 years ago when myself and Christopher Hayden, who's the new artistic director of The Gate next year, went to a Royal Shakespeare Company symposium on the King James Bible. It's the 400th anniversary this year. Sorry, that was a little iPhone going off in the background. I hope that's not a problem. So we cooked up this idea that it would be wonderful to see if we could get 66 contemporary writers to respond to each book of the King James Bible with short pieces. So we set off on this massive commissioning cycle. And we were really excited with the idea that we would use poets as well as playwrights, novelists, songwriters, just get a huge cross-section. We tried really hard to get a really good gender balance to reflect people of faith without faith. There were people from 5 continents talking about wherever the Bible went. And so we wound up with this massive stack of plays, as reflected by that wall behind you. And the other reason that we set off on that commissioning cycle 3 years ago is that 3 years ago we didn't know where the bush would be. We knew that our lease was going to run out on our pub, but we weren't sure if we would have a home. And I think part of my response to that as the artistic director was to say, why don't we commission a massive cycle of work? So even if we're homeless, we'll have something, and we'll be able to go somewhere and say, let us in, we've got this great stuff. What's very joyful is that it's going to be the show that opens the Bush's new home. So part of all the noise around that maybe you can hear or maybe not, and the fact that we're doing this in a tiny room upstairs in the new theatre is because there is so much activity going on here at the moment to open the new building in time for the first preview on Monday. So this is how it works. We're going to open it with a 24-hour event that has each of the plays cast individually, so that's 130 actors. It's going to open with Catherine Tate doing Jeanette Winterson's God blog, which is Genesis's tweets, and go right the way through each book of the Bible. There'll be breaks. You won't be sat in the Bush Theatre for 24 hours without getting to go anywhere. We'll feed you. There'll be a club upstairs above my head if you want to go and dance to stay awake. And for those people who are thrilled by the idea of the great endurance of 66 books and doing the 24-hour, you can do it on the first weekend, which is the 14th and 15th, or the last weekend. Over the course of 2 weeks, you can also come in a regular way, and you can see the shows in blocks every night. So it's about 8 shows a night, which is just like a regular performance length. And it's a great opportunity to see the new building, see an extraordinary range of actors, and explore, celebrate, and inquire into this incredible book, the King James Bible.